So there's always been this concept where like antimatter itself destroys like any single piece of matter that it comes in contact with. And to an extent that is true, but at the same time though, that antimatter would then just create a different form of energy. And the same thing with that original matter. So it really still does stay true to the law of conservation that energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be multiplied, and everything is still made of energy. So, and if you want proof of this, again, if there was, in this universe, there's a lot more normal matter than there is antimatter. However, though, you can sort of do the next best thing, and you can look at the way like nuclear fusions and fissions work with like the way photon particles, light particles in this case, interact with plasma. Stars, for example. Very good example. There's these very big, they're made of, obviously made of matter too. And you know, everything's always moving around so fast, they're pulling each other in and they're rejecting particles, and they're also creating like huge forms of friction that would otherwise create heat, in other words. You know, Albert Einstein proved it with, you know, a lot of his mathematical formulas, and people that have worked with them as well have also stated that for years the universe has like these infinite cycles it falls under. You know, one way or another, the universe finds a way to produce something else. Again, whether through one mean or another. Heat particles, or not just heat, but you know, going back to like radioactivity is another good example. If you were to think about antimatter colliding with matter itself, it basically would turn into a form of, it's like the gamma ray bursts you see, or the nuclear fusions and the fissions mentioned earlier. Like they basically produce some type of radiation. And this radiation actually, like quasars, and I'm trying to think of the other one. There's another one. Maybe the ultralight radiation, just all the different types of radiation you see are usually forms of some kind of nuclear decay that could be caused by antimatter and matter. There might be other ways too, but this is one of them though. But what's really interesting though, and this is what's something really interesting to think about, is that it's proof that the universe is infinite too. Because as long as everything is made of energy and you cannot truly destroy something, and we can prove it by like basically it turning into something else, even if it's just the amount of energy that's changed into something else is still producing the same number of volume, or maybe it's multiplying it even more, then that is proof the universe is still accelerating somehow, or everything is returning back into the giant void of this universe and creating something else. And it really is just remarkable to think that no matter what form of science you study, you know, it seems like we're always proving how many different ways to approach something there is. And the universe itself has its way of, like, you have like one cycle of something and then it could be within a larger cycle. So like you could have like, say black holes, for example, are another good example. Say like because nothing can escape a black hole's gravity, that it literally could lead to another dimension. It sucks all this energy up, and yeah, that's scary, but it sends it to like another universe and it creates something else, let's just say. And how many other things are out there that we haven't even found yet that are just like that? You know, it's mind-blowing to think how much we don't know, but yet, you know, humanity has gotten to a point where we can rationalize this stuff. We can invent telescopes that can see into the far distance. And like, you know, it's always like the illusion that it looks like there's nothing there, but then you zoom in just a little bit and you see like all these light particles and all that. Other galaxies, other universes, possibly. Dimensions. Still way out there, but you know. But it's like, you know, what is out there though? Waiting to be discovered. Everything in space moves. And there could be so many things out there that, I mean, that could even be proof right there that dark flow actually does exist then, if you're one of the, if we're still trying to figure that out. That's a different video though, but dark flow, dark matter, dark energy, as of right now, are like the most common things that we know of in this universe. And whatever's smaller than those, that could lead to something else. But until we have evidence, what is smaller than a subatomic particle as well as matter and antimatter itself. I forget who said it, but it's a good way to end this video. You know, like for every one possibility, there's an infinite universe somewhere in the universe. So again, subscribe if you're not already. I will do the best I can to find more interesting stuff like this. I like making these videos. They're really cool.